And we continue reading Ray Bradbury's A Sound of Thunder. "Good luck," said the man behind the desk. "Mr. Travis, he's all yours." They moved silently across the room, taking their guns with them, toward the machine, toward the silver metal and the roaring light. First a day, and then a night, and then a day, and then a night. Then it was day-night, day-night, a week, a month, a year, a decade. AD 2055, AD 2019, 1999, 1957. Gone, the machine roared. They put on their oxygen helmets and tested the intercoms. Eccles swayed on the padded seat, his face pale, his jaw stiff. He felt the trembling in his arms, and he looked down and found his hands tight on the new rifle. There were 4 other men in the machine: Travis, the safari leader, his assistant Lesperance, and 2 other hunters, Billings and Kramer. They sat looking at each other, and the years blazed around them. "Can these guns get a dinosaur cold?" Eccles felt his mouth saying. "If you hit them right," said Travis on the helmet radio. "Some dinosaurs have 2 brains, one in the head, another far down the spinal column. We stay away from those. That's stretching luck. Put your first 2 shots into the eyes, if you can, blind them, and go back into the brain."